ACN inducts 622 foreign-trained doctors as experts call for collaborative efforts in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Federal government to introduce modern technology in food production. Good evening and welcome to NTJ News at 7, coming to you from your Heritage station. Thanks for being there. My name is Olawumi Adeniji, and here are the details. The shortage of healthcare personnel bedeviling Nigeria's health system has gotten a respite with the additional 622 foreign-trained doctors inducted by the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria in Abuja. Uche Ugochukwu has the details.
Over 200 million people needs about 4 times the number of doctors it currently has to meet the World Health Organization's recommended doctor-to-patient ratio. A broad drain of medical professionals seeking better opportunities abroad keeps widening the gap in Nigeria's healthcare system. Although a drop in the ocean compared to the outflow, these new inductees will certainly bring much needed expertise and manpower to the sector.
As practitioners, you are expected to uphold the highest standards of medical and dental care. Remember, your patients will place their trust in you, and it is your responsibility to earn and maintain that trust.
I urge you to approach your profession with the same passion and determination that brought you to this point. Furthermore, be advocates for your patients, always seeking their best interests. Remember that every patient you treat is a person with hope, with faith, and with a unique story.
The Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria has been working to ensure only qualified medical professionals practice in the country. Now certified fit to practice in Nigeria, what are these young doctors bringing to the table?
I am going to bring whatever I can to the table to help bettering the health sector of our country, Nigeria.
Nigerians should expect honesty from me. They should expect dedication, and will always be there for every Nigerian.
They will have to work in designated hospitals, and they are going to be the frontliners of doctors in those designated hospitals. So it will really go a long way to improve the services that they provide in those hospitals.
Experts believe that the strength of the healthcare of the nation, therefore a conducive environment must be created for these new doctors to stay in the country to help rebuild the system. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
Still on health matters. Data of mother-to-child infection of HIV/AIDS in Nigeria, experts say is a huge burden that is alarming, bringing down the figures of pediatric HIV, especially since it is preventable when detected in pregnancy. They insist must be prioritized through multi-sectoral collaborations. Lydia Sampson has more.
Mr. Hindi, National Coordinator, Association of Women Living with HIV and AIDS, wants social, cultural and structural barriers to HIV services tackled to prevent pregnant women infecting their children.
Access to commodity and services where discrimination is still on the rampage. HIV is still tagged as a promiscuous way of infecting individual or getting the HIV. Our cultural acceptance, and then the fact that you don't talk about HIV, or I don't come out open free and say I'm HIV positive like any other disease, and people will not have a second look at you. So issues like that are still factors that hinder people from accessing their services.
And we're already building the capacity of the healthcare workers, the SACA staff, so that when the partner and when we're linking up, we're like the whole SD we're doing now in Kano. We'll start tomorrow. We'll start with the youth group. They're going to use social media to discuss HIV preventive practices along their peers.
Esther's optimism that with the right will, collaboration and commitment, HIV/AIDS can be eliminated by 2030, as projected, resonates with key players.
The key issues of key messages of prevention is key, and we want to continue to chalk that out and churn that out and tell people, how to remain negative. So that's also our priority.
Government's commitment using their media outlet like NTA and some grassroots media can help us reach out to these communities and serve them in the languages they understand. Because most of our programs, we tend to use English, we tend to reach out, use people outside the communities that are being served to get services to them.
The guests are emphatic that issues of stigma must also be eliminated through robust awareness creation in local languages and strengthening of community engagement. The reintegration of HIV/AIDS clinics and centers rather than separating them will further encourage more people to come out for testing and accessing antiretroviral drugs and care. Sustaining and winning the fight against HIV/AIDS is a call for action across the country. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Now to other stories. Effective implementation of the Freedom of Information Act 211 by MDAs will increase citizens' confidence in governance. To this end, the Ministry of Justice is training government desk officers on using the reporting template to proactively inform the public under the Act. The report.
In 2011, the federal government enacted the Freedom of Information Act in response to public concerns over perceived secrecy in accessing required information under the purview of public agencies. However, journalists and other concerned citizens have found the process of obtaining government information under the FOI Act very cumbersome. Some stakeholders believe that this is due to a perception that government business should be secret. But now, desk officers handling public affairs in the public sector are being trained on proactive disclosure and responsiveness to FOI requests.
Private institutions utilizing public funds, as long as you are using government revenue to provide public services, you are bound to disclose it.
Many countries, about 92 at the last count, they all have FOI laws because they know the importance of getting citizens involved. They know the importance of making government accountable.
And the public institutions also know that, yes, they have to give the information, but then we also have exemptions where public interest outweighs any other thing. They know how to go about it.
Till February 2025, each public institution is mandated to submit a report to the Attorney General of the Federation on their responses to FOI requests made to them in the preceding year.
In Abuja, Mina Daniels, NTA News.
The federal government is introducing modern technology in food production with a view to eradicating hunger and poverty among farming communities in Nigeria. This is coming as the government is adopting biotechnology agency in seeds production in a national food security policy. Musa Baba Aliyu has more.
The application of biotechnology and genetic engineering in agriculture is gradually getting acceptance around the world. This is to produce seeds that are drought and pest resistant with high yield. Nigeria is also adopting the technology, and the National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency is saddled with the responsibility of promoting the technology.
The President's 8-point agenda, part of it is food secured country. And we are very much ready in terms of deploying science and technology to improve in terms of food technology, in terms of food supply in the country.
And members of the Islamic Green Club and Empowering Initiative visited the headquarters of the agency for two reasons. One is to have more ideas about the agriculture genetic engineering, and two, to have broader knowledge on GMO food.
I urge us to address misconceptions about biotechnology, distinguishing genuine concerns from baseless fears. From IVF, that is, and bone marrow transplant, to improve poultry and livestock breeds, science has continually improved our quality of life.
The federal government established the National Biosafety Management Agency with the responsibility of regulation and certification of the crops before they are released. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Federal government, with the support of development partners, is raising awareness on safe installation of solar mini-grids to prevent risk associated with the use of substandard materials and poor installation. Joshua Jito completes the report.
Nigeria has had with installation of solar home systems and mini-grids on the increase to improve access to electricity. However, there are concerns over use of substandard solar materials and poor installations with attendant risk of electrical fire, electrocution, and frequent system failure.
It's going to be very wrong for you when you install a system and then after some times, whether it's on the rooftop of your house and you're having issues, whether the components are not good, they are substandard. So we check all those things during our inspection exercise and ensure that they are in line with standard.
This workshop with the regulators, solar system developers, and the development partners is to step up sensitization and deepen collaboration to halt the use of substandard materials and poor installation practices in the country.
The Federal Ministry of Power will continue to provide the necessary support.
It is our collective responsibility to ensure that every solar mini-grid installed contributes positively to Nigeria's energy landscape.
We must prioritize the development of a skilled workforce. By fostering collaboration ecosystem, we can bridge the capacity gap, create sustainable job opportunities.
With expectation to strengthen and safeguard Nigeria's renewable energy landscape through adherence to established standards and regulations, the advocacy is expected to be sustained to curb quackery and ensure safety of electricity customers. Joshua Ojito.
The news continues after this short break. Do stay tuned.
Ambition. My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses, giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audiomack, and Boomplay in one fly package. Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
You're welcome back and thanks for joining us. The introduction of an operation aimed at dismantling the criminal network of bringing in stolen vehicles into the country from other parts of the world have started bearing fruits with the recovery and handling over of stolen vehicles to the Canadian Authority by the Nigeria Customs Service. Lanre Beleyi completes the report.
The International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol, recently released a report showing West Africa as an emerging destination for global stolen vehicles from Europe, North, South America, as well as Australia, and Nigeria is right in the middle of it. For this development, the Nigerian Customs Service embarked on Operation Hot Wheels, a collaborative effort with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Canadian Authority. With increased intelligence gathering and surveillance and interceptions of luxury vehicles valued at 1.6 trillion naira were seized. Also seized were semi-automatic shotguns and 993 cartridges.
The growing incidence of stolen vehicles finding their ways into our region has become a matter of serious concern, as it not only undermines our legitimate automotive market, but also strains our security infrastructure.
Unveiling the renovated and upgraded Tin Can Port Office is the customs commitment towards ensuring the customs stay ahead of criminals.
This building. Our stakeholders are now stepping forward to say we can help you improve the quality of your workplace. And I'm indeed very, very happy that what we have is a demonstration that collaboration pays.
This newly renovated complex serves as a beacon of progress for years to come.
The Nigerian Customs Service says the renovation, which goes beyond aesthetics, is a clear statement of its intention towards reinforcing its commitment to collaboration, consolidation, and innovation. In Lagos, Lanre Bilayi, NTA News.
As the year draws to a close, road users plying different roads in North Osun State are being reminded of the importance of safety on the highways. Kayode Oladosu reports on efforts of stakeholders on the need to have safer roads in Osun.
The ember months of September, October, November, and December mark a period of increased festivities. These celebrations means a rise in human and vehicular movement as people strive to meet their goals before the year closes. But this surge in travel brings heightened risk on the road as Osun links several states in the southwest and Kwara State. So, what measures is the Federal Road Safety Corps implementing to curb these issues during this festive period?
Safety is what? Our collective responsibility. The moment you are not a passenger, you are not a driver, you might be a pedestrian on the highway. You might just want to cross. You're a pedestrian. You and I, we have a role to play in ensuring safety on our highway.
Before they set out from the motor pass, passengers should begin to check tires of commercial vehicles to ensure that the tires are okay and so many other things.
Passenger vigilance, alongside law enforcement, stakeholders believe can make a crucial difference in ensuring that everyone arrives safely during these ember months. In Osogbo, Kayode Oladosu, NTA News.
Nigeria Labour Congress says it will consider peculiarities of situations in states before deciding on appropriate action for each state that fails to meet its 1st December deadline for implementation of the new national minimum wage. President of the Union, Joseph Ajaero, made this known during a Labour stakeholders media rally in Abuja. Joseph Hudson reports.
This is a forum put together by Labour correspondents for government and leadership of the organized labour and the private sector to speak to their scorecards and dialogue on labour relations.
The predicament we are in.
Minister of State, Labour and Employment, Kiruka Onyejocha, represented by the Director General National Productivity Center, Bafa Babadan Agundi, declares the event open.
The President, since inception, and the officials of the government refused to make accusation to the previous decision. He said, I accept both asset and liability. And he's moving on. Transparently, I believe people will respect the President, will appreciate the government of the day if they are to know some of the things that transpire.
Discussing government-labor relationship, President Nigeria Labour Congress Joseph Ajaero decries lack of timely engagements between parties for much of the industrial disputes.
There are docile states. There is a particular state as we are talking about the entire executive state want to take action, but the chairman is the governor. So such states will design how best to operate because there are peculiarities. In some other states where they can't do it and they require assistance, we only know what to do.
And that concludes our package for this evening. I am Olawumi Adeniji. Good night and do have a safe weekend.
If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball. Ah, you know what? You go shot.
Bro.
Now we got this man.
Keep the banter going with Glow Borrow Me Credit or Data. Dial *303# to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is it ready?
Only one thing I didn't.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high speed data. Glow Unlimited.